Hey man, what's good? We back with another reaction. We reacting to the Dreamers Pro. They talking about with joining LeBron the biggest mistake of Russell Westbrook career. We finna get into it. Before we get started, though, make sure you like, comment, share. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, join the team. And yeah, man. So basically, I do gotta say. So what happened is, which makes me sick. I paid to watch the Lakers play the Spurs, and then it was hard to get tickets. Finally got tickets. Then 5 minutes later, it said LeBron wasn't playing. I was so sick to my stomach, man. But after this game, they played the Spurs. Russ didn't play well, I heard. So after he got into it with a fan talking about, don't disrespect my name. And so after the game, he talked about it, so we're going to get into it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective.
Shout out to the Dreamers Pro.
We have an episode for you guys today. It's going to piss a lot of people off. I can feel it already. But before we get into it, make sure you go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, I already know that some people are going to be pissed off at me and upset with me for doing this video, but I got to do it because I got to tell you guys what I think. I'm sorry, I cannot have my feelings. I got to tell you what's on my mind. Respectfully, however, I'm not here to insult anybody or diss anybody. There is no doubt that LeBron James is the face of the NBA. There's no question about this, right? And he's been the face of the NBA, and I would say for the last probably 10 years or so. There's some players that had an opportunity to snatch that title away from him. I thought it was going to be Zion Williamson, but obviously he hasn't been healthy. So I still think LeBron James is the face of the NBA. Obviously, some people disagree and say maybe it's Stephen Curry. I think it's LeBron, right? So we all know that.
That's a debate.
And whatever team he's on, that team usually seems to have championship expectations. Why is that?
Because
the guys won 10 NBA finals. Now, there are some pros and cons with playing with LeBron James because of those expectations. There are some serious pros and cons. There have been so many players that, we're going to talk about the pros, there have been so many players that we would have never heard of on a national level had they not been teammates with LeBron James. This is just a pure fact.
All right, sorry, y'all. I had to go get it and have food coming in, so I had to go get it, man.
Now, I'm not going to go up here and start listing these players' names because I don't want to disrespect anyone. But you can think of a litany of players that were in the NBA that we did not pay any attention to. And the moment that they joined LeBron James, we paid a lot of attention to them.
That's facts.
It is just the way that it is, right? Because the spotlight is on him, and because he's the face of the NBA, there's going to be a lot of attention.
You know how crazy, factual this is? Like even for the 2015 finals, nobody until that point heard of Matthew Dellavedova or Delly until the finals playing with LeBron when Kyrie and all them went out. Delly had that good game or whatever, and he was playing pretty good. Steph was really just missing shots if we want to keep it a buck. But he had that good series. He had a pretty solid series for a backup. So from that point on, everybody knew Matthew Dellavedova Delly. Everyone knew him just because he played next to LeBron.
On him, and if you play with him, you're also going to get a lot of attention. Your name is going to be mentioned a lot.
Man, JR was a household name for
being a teammate with LeBron James. But we all are also aware of the fact that
it can go the other way.
Whenever things go wrong,
yep.
Usually what happens is that teammates of LeBron usually are the ones to get all of the blame. That is one of the downsides of playing with LeBron James. Whenever you play with LeBron, especially if you're a great player, your game has to change. You have to modify the way you play your game. And usually what happens is your game usually suffers if we're looking at the numbers.
It depends who you are, I will say that. When the first year with Anthony Davis' numbers was just fine. His numbers was good with LeBron. It's just because usually the second best player on the team, so that'd be like a D-Wade. D-Wade took a step back only because of his injuries. But Kyrie's numbers are good with LeBron, but it's that third star, the Chris Bosh or the Kevin Love, that usually takes a hit. And with the Lakers is LeBron, the next is Anthony Davis, so Russ got to play that third spot, and his numbers are going to take a hit. But it's more than just his style of play. He's not playing well at all.
The thing is this, as I said before, If things go wrong, they are most likely going to blame you before they blame LeBron. Why? Because LeBron usually gets the benefit of the doubt, and also he has a good team that's really good at spinning things around. That is just the way that it goes.
Fact.
If you want to look at some examples of players, great players, that the moment they started playing with LeBron, their numbers totally suffered. I'll give you one example. Think of Kevin Love.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Love is an example of that, and Chris Bosh is an example of that. Let me just give you a quick glance of what Kevin Love's stats.
Kevin Love was a monster in
Timberwolves. Cavaliers, I believe it was in 2013, 2014, if I'm not mistaken.
Kevin Love was a monster.
The year before he joined the Cleveland Cavaliers, let me give you guys his numbers with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Before he said that, I seen a picture. I might put on the screen next to this man. Kevin Love had a game. He shot 11. Let me see if I can remember. 11 for 26, but he had 31 points and 31 rebounds. That man was a monster.
He was averaging 26.1 points per game. He was shooting 45.7% from the field, 37.6% from the three-point line, 82% from the free throw line.
What about the boards?
12.5 rebounds and 4.4 assists. Those were Kevin Love's numbers.
Kevin Love was killing.
Kevin Love was a monster. However, his team was not winning, but he was putting up great stats. And
was a monster.
If you're going to say, well, you were just putting up great numbers on a bad team, then you can say the same thing about LeBron with the Lakers this season, because he's putting up fantastic numbers on a bad team. So if we're going to give LeBron the credit for his numbers, let's give Kevin Love the credit for his numbers.
You have to give him credit. Even if it's a bad team, you still got to produce.
If you look at Kevin Love's numbers, the next season, the following season, the year he joined the Cleveland Cavaliers, let me give you guys his numbers.
I know they dropped.
He went from averaging 26.1 points per game to 16.4. That's a 10-point drop off in points per game. He was shooting 43% from the field. His field goal percentage dropped. His three-point shooting percentage dropped from 37.6 to 36.7. His free throw percentage dropped from 82% to 80%. His rebounding dropped by 3 rebounds. He averaged 9.7 rebounds that season. And his assists dropped by 50% from 4.4 to 2.2 assists per game. And it got so bad with Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers that the media would literally blame Kevin Love for everything that went wrong with the Cleveland.
This was funny because at the time that we were like, as soon as he was playing bad, we said, yeah, Kevin Love ain't finna be here long. Kevin Love out of there. And lo and behold, Kevin Love stayed the longest. We were like, Kevin Love gonna be gone the very next year. Anytime he can get out, he gonna get out. He stayed all the way till now.
Cavaliers. It was literally always Kevin Love's fault.
Go to the next year, though.
A great post-up player and a rebounder to essentially a spot-up three-point shooter.
He did.
That's what happened. That's what happened with Kevin Love. And you can go look at Chris Bosh's numbers. I'm not going to sit up here and read all of them to you, but you could see a very similar decline from his numbers when he was with the Toronto Raptors. He was basically a 20-10 guy to the moment he went to go play with the Miami Heat. Somehow, some way, these guys always end up being the scapegoats, and it was the exact case with Chris Bosh and Mario Chalmers. Mario Chalmers, oh my God. They totally abused that guy. There's even a video out. I mean, they were always yelling at him.
Mario Chalmers to me is garbage. Like, of course he's in the NBA, so he's good, and he was a champion, so all this. So obviously he's good. But there's like a couple players to me, no matter how much I look at them, either I can't stand them for some reason, or to me they're just not good. And especially if they're not good, but they think they're like stars, that just, it's like a pet peeve of mine.
He was the punching bag on the team, and there was actually a video out there that you can see. I think LeBron got so upset with Mario Chalmers at one point that he stood up and he looked like he was about to, blast him or punch him or something like that. And but it never happened, right? Mario Chalmers was a major scapegoat.
But put him to sleep.
And I think that is exactly what is happening with Russell Westbrook right now. I believe that one of the reasons Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Kevin Durant decided not to join LeBron James is for reasons just like this, because they knew if they won a championship or they won, he was going to get the lion's share of the credit, even if they played better. But if they lost, they're going to say, "Oh, it's Kawhi. Look what Kawhi came and did when he joined LeBron." It was always
he said a lot of people are going to be mad because they're going to say, because the LeBron fans, because he's saying that's LeBron, that's the playing with LeBron, you'll get all pretty much the blame.
going to be somebody else. And I think that was one of the reasons that these guys totally avoided him. And also, in the case of Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant, there was nothing that LeBron could offer them that they didn't already have. They were already champions. They were already Finals MVP. So what are you going to offer me? A championship? I already won a championship. So I think
I don't think that's it at all. See, if it's like a Kawhi or KD, Paul George is a different story because Paul George was getting blamed for the bubble. If it comes down to a KD or a Kawhi, to me, they're so great. I don't think them thinking of the blame. For KD, as far as KD, I don't know about Kawhi, because Kawhi hardly taught. I think KD didn't want to. I think his competition is LeBron. So his goal is to either catch up to LeBron or surpass. Well, it might not be this anymore, but at the time I was like, LeBron is KD's like rival basically. So he wants to either pass him or get one more than him. Get one more or tie him. So he wanted to be like him and LeBron. So if he joined LeBron, he would just help LeBron have more rings than him, and that wouldn't make no sense. Kawhi, again, he don't talk, but I don't think they are worried about the blame because they're too great. They know they finna hoop. Like, as much as LeBron might change people's game, when it comes to KD could fit anywhere. When it comes to Kawhi will fit anywhere. Like, they're just some players that you could plug into different systems and they just fit.
The lure of playing with LeBron wasn't as great as a player that had never won an NBA championship, that was starving for a championship, and they're like, let me go play with LeBron James and be like an Anthony Davis or Russell Westbrook because maybe this guy can help me win a championship. These guys already won, so I don't think they had that same kind of desperation that other players would have had. But if we're being honest, although Russell Westbrook has put up similar numbers with the Lakers that he has in the past, Russell Westbrook's legacy has taken a major hit. Before Westbrook joined the Lakers, he was the triple-double guy. Ever since he's joined the Lakers, man, I don't even know what his legacy is going to be after this season. I think it's gotten to the point where it's gotten so bad that Russell Westbrook now, I think the relationship between him and the Los Angeles Lakers is
done.
It cannot be repaired whatsoever. I think he wants out next season. I think it's over.
Yeah,
right? And I think this is just a latest example of when things go wrong, you get all the blame. That's just what's happening. There have been many games when LeBron has had 6-7 turnovers. Nobody blows it up because he's LeBron and he gets the benefit of the doubt, and I understand that. But I think if you ask Russell Westbrook, if you sit him down in a room and you put a lie detector test him and you ask him, do you regret joining the Lakers and playing with LeBron? I think he will tell you yes. I think he will.
It's not... the video almost over.
Is Russell Westbrook an innocent bystander? No, because he hasn't played well. He hasn't played well whatsoever. Is it LeBron?
Okay, I was about to say... Okay, I said I was going to pause at the end, but he's touching it right now, so let's get to it, man. So, this man, Russ is getting blamed because Russ is playing bad. Just like Anthony Davis, he was getting blamed because he was playing bad. Like, Anthony Davis in the 2020 season, like when the bubble and all that happened, this man was killing, averaging like 26 and 10 or 25 and 10. And then, like, the very next year, he barely averaging like 20 and 5. Like, that's not LeBron. Like, Russ is playing so bad. It's one thing to get turnovers. Like he said earlier, LeBron had turnovers. He'll have games where he has 5 to 6 turnovers. The thing with LeBron and Russ that are completely different is even though will have the turnovers, LeBron will have he'll have the points and he'll have efficient points. He'll have the rebounds. He'll have the assists. He has his stat line. He does so much positive that people can overlook the turnovers. Whereas Russ, if he turns it over, he can't play any defense. He shoots bad. Like he's bad from the free throw line, bad from the three. It's almost, and the turnovers. They're not even like a lot of the turnovers make no sense. Like they're bad turnovers, so it's hard to point positives when there is none. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to be like you're turning it over, but at least you're making up for it here. Like he's not doing any of it's bad. He's playing so bad. Like if you were to ask me what is Russ doing well, it would be hard. Like, as far as this season, it'd be hard for me to tell you. Because I thought he was going to come through and bring energy. Like, he'll help energize and get people like LeBron, AD. Even though LeBron didn't really need it, but like AD, like the team around him, I thought they were going to feed off of Russell's energy. I thought he was there for energy. But he's not even so, like, he's gotten into his own head. Like, his confidence has been shot. You could tell. He doesn't play with the same confidence. He doesn't play with the same energy.
It's fault that Russell Westbrook hasn't played well? Hell no. What is LeBron going to do? Play for himself and play for Russell Westbrook? No. Russell Westbrook has played terribly also. He's not the one that made Russell Westbrook miss all those layup dunks and break all of those shots.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not LeBron's fault. However, I think this is just a byproduct of playing with him. It can go really great. You can win. But when things go sour and you lose, they go really sour. And I think Russell Westbrook is just the latest example of that. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about this? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and like the video and subscribe, and we'll definitely catch you guys on the next episode.
Yeah, that's my thoughts on Russ, man. Make sure you, where's that? Give him a like. You gotta like the videos, man. But yeah, man, what do y'all think of Russ? Because he's playing so bad. Like, Russ is playing so bad, it's hard for me to, like, I try to give Russ the benefit of the doubt. Because I like his mentality when he plays. He plays hard, and he plays like Kobe liked his mentality. He's like, Russell Westbrook plays mean like I used to. Like, his mentality and stuff is great. But he just does so much wrong. And then, like, if you, like, even Magic was like, just take accountability and be like, you know what? I'm going to play better. If you do that, you're fine. But he keeps, like, it's almost like he's passing blame to everyone else instead of being like, I'm playing really bad. This is all on me. I need to fix it. I need to change. I need to do something different. Instead, it's almost like he's trying to blame someone else, man. But comment below what y'all think, man. Russ is gone after this year. I think that's I think everyone agrees with that. But is the majority of the blame to Russ, or should it be going elsewhere to, like, maybe AD not being healthy, AD not playing as well, maybe LeBron, he's not leading as he should be, maybe the coach, like, who should get the majority of the blame for the Lakers' struggle this season? Y'all comment below. That being said, I'm out. Peace.